The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
All right, well, winter is acting like a bad house guest. It doesn't want to leave, but there's plenty of warm hearts right here on East Tremont. It's the 16th annual Throggs Neck St. Patrick's Day Parade, right here on BronxNet.
We do what we like. We do what we could. In the end, it's all good. In my Bronx backyard.
Well, there's not many things I can say I've done for the past 16 years, but this certainly is one of them. I'm here with some of the organizers here of this wonderful St. Patrick's Day Parade right here in the Bronx. Sheila Haney and Karen O'Connor, talk about today's wonderful parade and some of the highlights we have in store.
Well, we're so happy we have 20 bands and over 65 marching groups, so it's a great day for Throggs Neck and for the Bronx.
Now, I think that Local 1 is starting a parade on their own. Some of the amazing groups here. Every year I say it's getting bigger and better, but this is really big this year.
It is. It's tremendous. We're so proud that, each year it gets bigger, it gets better. More groups become interested. We invite more bands, and we have great response.
Tell me a little bit about the importance of this parade, not only to the Bronx, but more specifically to Throggs Neck.
Oh, I think it's become a huge community event. You see the streets aligned with people ready for a great day. We have amazing honoraries and grand marshals. We have Dennis and Noreen Donahue, who are leading the parade today with Mother Alice McGowan, our honored clergy member, and they represent everything that's great about the Bronx and the Irish.
Besides just being a wearing of the green, what specifically this does to Throggs Neck? There's a huge turnout, and I'm sure that helps a lot of the businesses here as well.
Oh, the businesses do really well today, and then even, families cater parties, people rent halls, everybody gathers somewhere and has a nice day together, so it's a nice boost for the neighborhood, for sure.
All right, ladies, well, I know you're busy. Let's get ready to march. Well, we're right behind the Grand Marshals, starting up this wonderful parade, and a little business behind each of the Grand Marshals are the honorary Grand Marshals. Each year the parade honors those who we've lost. And today we have John Roach, who's honoring his mother Maureen here. John's a good friend of ours. I know you're feeling a little bittersweet today heading down the long green line, John.
It is. It's bittersweet, but more sweet than bitter. It's a great tradition that the Throggs Neck Parade honors people from the Bronx who've passed in the last year. And the parade was always a great day for my mother, even the years that she couldn't get here. We would have a celebration, and to her, family and friends and faith was a big thing. And I think the parade, besides marking Irish tradition and Bronx pride, is all about family, friends, and faith. So it's a good day.
John, you've always been an eloquent spokesman here in Throggs Neck. I know there's going to be a lot of green beer and hats flowing later, but at its heart, I think this parade has a lot more at stake.
It does. It's there isn't the rowdiness and other things that sometimes people associate with the parade. It's really about pride and spirit and community spirit. Everybody's from the Bronx for a day, everybody's Irish for a day. So.
All right, John.
All right.
Great seeing you. Let's get back to the parade. Good. joining me now is our esteemed borough president, Ruben Diaz Jr. Mr. Diaz, another great day here in Tremont.
A nice, beautiful, sunny day out here, and it's always good to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but this year is particularly important because we're celebrating the centennial here in the Bronx as a county. And the fact that we're 100 years old, and you look at our history, what better way to pay tribute to the history of the Bronx, to the culture of the Bronx, to those that laid down the foundation than to pay homage to the Irish community. We know that politically, in the police department, the fire department, so many different agencies, the Irish community has really laid down a strong foundation that's enabled us as a borough to be where we are today. And so while we celebrate this annual St. Patrick's Day parade, this is one way for us, another way for us to say happy birthday to the Bronx and thank you to the Irish American community for contributing so much here.
Well said. A lot of proud Irishmen and women out there listening to your words. Now, you just recently had your State of the Borough and mentioned a lot of exciting things there as well for the entire Bronx.
Right. So again, going back to that foundation has enabled us to be able to be in a position where over the last 5 years we have over $700 million worth of housing, where we've been able to get corporate America to pay attention to the Bronx, whether it's Donald Trump with the golf course not too far from here, the development of the Kingsbridge Armory, even the possibility of a soccer stadium and a soccer team here in the borough. We've also seen we also have plans where we want to have the waterfront developed in the South Bronx, transportation, the 4 Metro North stations. So there's so much happening, especially with the reduction in crime. And that's because we're all working together. We're celebrating being Irish today, but you know what? There's so many non-Irish people here. That's because we're all one Bronx. This is the new Bronx. This is our Bronx, and people are taking notice.
A little St. Patty's Day fun. You know, an article recently talked about your bromance with Donald Trump. What did that make you? What about it?
Look, I think that it's one of those fluff stories. They make too much of it. But the reality is that while Donald Trump and I don't agree on politics and many things, we do agree that the golf course here in Throggs Neck on the Ferry Point, at the foot of the Whitestone Bridge in Ferry Point Park, is just going to be a wonderful, wonderful addition to the progression of our borough. Could you imagine having a PGA tournament here in the borough? I think it's going to help us rebrand the borough. And he's no dummy. You know, this is a guy that doesn't lend his name, his money, or his brand easily, but he's doing so in the Bronx, and now we're partners.
Absolutely. Let's take a look. Since we're talking about green today, let's take a look at that story and Donald Trump right here in the Bronx.
I wanted to make something really great. I wanted to make a statement for the Bronx and even the people of the city of New York. It's going to be a great course. We've finished it. It's ready to open. We're actually going to let it grow in for a season and open it with a big bang the following season. And this was something that was a labor of love. I've seen what happened and I wanted to get it fixed. People remember the Woolman skating rink years ago, where it was under construction for a period of 8 years and they spent $22 million. And frankly, they didn't know what they were doing. I took it over and finished it in 3 months. And to this day, I run it, and it's been a great success, and the city loves it, everybody loves it. Well, I think this is going to be, it maybe even more so. Ferry Point is going to be special. It's a special piece of land. It's a special location. Everybody loves it. Jack Nicklaus, a good friend of mine, a great golf architect, the greatest player of all time, but also what a lot of people don't understand, he's a great golf architect. The job he's done, he's created a masterpiece. I believe it's the greatest course he's ever designed. So we're going to have many championships, and that's going to be a lot of revenue for the Bronx and a lot of acclaim for the Bronx, very importantly. I have so many friends in the Bronx, and to be back there in such a big way with this very important piece of land, I really believe that this piece of land, because of its importance and its location, can lead to an additional renaissance in the Bronx. I mean, the Bronx is doing just fine, but I think this is going to be spurring it to maybe to a level that it's never reached before. Ruben Diaz, your borough president, your great borough president, has been so helpful in getting this place done. He wanted it completed. It was started 30 years ago. He was almost not born at that time. And he wanted this done because he knows the importance of it to the Bronx. So not only the chamber do I want to thank and congratulate Ruben Diaz. Great job, Ruben. The Bronx Chamber of Commerce has been amazing the way they wanted this to happen. They wanted somebody to get in there that could do it. And they really did push me, and they really got me involved and got us generated toward getting it built, getting it completed. So I want to take my hat off to the Bronx Chamber of Commerce. Lenny, you have been fantastic, and you should be very proud of yourself because you've done something that other people just were not able to do. The Bronx Chamber is a total winner.
Well, as I said earlier, I've been here for the past 16 years, and so is this man, the great Jimmy Vaca, well known and beloved here, and councilman for this district. Jimmy, tell me your thoughts today.
Well, it's a wonderful day. Look at this. We have great weather, a great crowd, and it's the 16th annual Throggs Neck Parade. You know, I remember 18 years ago, we thought of having a parade like this, and we had a meeting in my office at Board 10 at the time. And I really said, oh my God, is it possible? Can we put it together? And we did. And for 16 years, it's been getting bigger and bigger. We have people coming from all around the tri-state area, as well as our own Throggs Neck people. It's just great.
Jimmy, when you look out here and you see all these people lining the streets and celebrating today, what does it say about this neighborhood?
Oh, I love Throggs Neck. I always have. But more than Throggs Neck, we have people here from Pelham Bay and City Island and Morris Park and Woodlawn and the entire Riverdale area. We have people here that have all come together, many of whom who are Irish, and they came here to celebrate a fantastic day. I'm seeing faces I haven't seen in years. It's just a great, great time. And it's good for our businesses too, because our businesses really do well today. People will stop for coffee. People will stop for a restaurant. We have so much to offer here. It brings economic development to our community too, and it's a celebration. It's just fantastic, all in one.
I used to love noticing when Jimmy Vaca was district manager, this was like one of the cleanest neighborhoods in New York City. So in parts of business, tell me what your office is working on now as a city councilman. What's been going on?
Well, so many of the things I do now are still to keep our neighborhood good. I saw before that the horses had an experience here on Tremont Avenue, and I know I'm going to get calls tomorrow about what they did in the middle of Tremont. So I do think that it all molds into the job of a councilman. So
as long as they don't make you clean it up, Jimmy.
Well, as long as I don't have to go there personally, I'll be okay. But I want you to know they're going to have to wear diapers when they come to Throggs Neck next time.
And at this time, we have to say how proud we are each year of the sanitation department for the great work they do after the parade.
And I'll tell you, sanitation, police is wonderful. We have all the agencies working together. So this makes for a parade that really runs so smoothly. The breakfast this morning at St. Benedict's was probably one of the more well-attended breakfasts I've seen since I've been doing this. So I'm really happy to be here today. This is a special day in the Bronx and in Throggs Neck.
Great talking to you as always, Jim.
My pleasure, Derek. You've been doing this a long time. Thank you.
Well, I may say it each and every year, but this magnificent parade continues to inspire. To see this many people here in this part of the Bronx celebrating not only their Irish heritage, but it's really celebrating the Bronx. When I was a kid, the only time cameras came up to the Bronx was when there was a fire or a crime. It was so important to me in my career to make sure events like this are covered here in the Bronx. Do you know how hard it is to get people excited about anything here in the Bronx sometimes? Well, this is just an amazing example of the power of community and the power of the Bronx when people work together. This is a wonderful parade, and the fact that it's in its 16th year is no accident. We're right here at East Tremont Avenue as it intersects the Cross Bronx, right by the 9/11 Memorial. As the day goes on, you'll see many organizations stopping. A carnation left at the monument to remember those lost from this neighborhood on that fateful day in 2001. It's a fitting gesture as so many of those lost from this neighborhood were Irish Americans. And certainly beyond all the smiles and the happiness that is celebrated today, it's important to remember those that are lost. Sad, but true, and a very big part of this special parade each and every year. You know, I'm such a sucker at this parade. Anytime someone says, "Hey, Derek," I'm there. But that's not true. Kathleen Kelly's been another great supporter of this parade. Every year she's here. Kathleen, tell me about this year's parade.
This year we're marching in honor of our dear friend Jack Featherstone, a retired New York City firefighter. And we have two roles here. We're also marching with the Throggs Neck Ladies Literary Guild, and we love to come out for this parade every year, and we love to see you.
Flattery will get you everywhere, I guess that's the saying.
Yeah, Derek.
But most importantly, we look at a parade like this, and I know how much it means to this community.
It does. It means a lot to this community, and especially that we're marching for Jack. Nobody enjoyed marching down this avenue more than him. He marched with the fire department every year, and his chest was bursting with pride. So that's why we're marching in honor of him.
Well, we think of Jack today, and I know it's a little bittersweet. That seems to be a common word among everyone who's celebrating today. But we know Jack wants to know that it's a good celebration on tap.
Absolutely. He would run off the line every year to kiss every pretty girl all the way down. So we're happy to be here for him.
All right. Well, God bless. Let's get back to the parade.
Thank you, Derek.
All right, well, since we're celebrating all things Irish, let's check out some great Irish events around the Bronx held recently here in our beautiful borough.
If you believe that the Bronx is headed in the right direction, if you believe that the Bronx is booming and is the place to be like I do, then you have to celebrate those that lay down the foundation. And you cannot do that without acknowledging the Irish community. So we just wanted to pause, say thank you, because we're in a better place due to the work that they laid down, and also to recognize 3 individuals here as well.
To believe that anything is possible through hard work. This is a message of diversity at its finest in a public school system with children that are not Irish. They're all of different races and backgrounds. It shows the universality of Irish culture and its ability to connect to people from every single background. And most importantly, it gives a platform of excellence to children for the rest of their lives.
I guess the first thing I really have to say today is I thank God for giving us a day that reminds us of Ireland with the type of weather that we're having. It's brisk and it's challenging, but it's for real men and real women who are willing to go out there and to make every day a productive day.
It's critically important to recognize the Irish contributions to the Bronx, as well as the Italians and the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans and the Mexicans, because everybody comes from a different place. We all come from our grandparents or our parents have come from other countries to come here to the United States, and the recognition of the contributions made today by the Irish, last month also by the African Americans, is extremely important because we're all together in this one wonderful borough of the Bronx.
This is a great time for us here in the Bronx. It's an opportunity for us to celebrate Irish heritage. There are 43 languages that are spoken in the Bronx, and this community, the Irish community for me, is one where they were the builders. They built New York, and they continue to build us through leadership, through Father Gorman, who was honored this evening, through the church, who was a great integral part of our complete community, and so it's a great time to celebrate. And although I'm only Puerto Rican, today I'm Irish.
I was actually born in the Bronx, so the Bronx borough it's very, very dear to my heart, and it's an absolute honor to be invited here by President Diaz to sing the Irish Blessing. I'm of Irish heritage, both of my parents were born in Ireland, and I'm actually an Irish citizen as well, but my roots are the Bronx. I'm really proud of that. When people say, where are you born? I don't say New York City, I say the Bronx.
The fundraiser is for those who need it, and we find that there's a lot of people, men of the Bronx, just right down the hill actually, that need food, and that's why we're doing it.
The parade helped to raise $2,000 to feed the homeless. The funds were donated to the Irish Volunteers for the Homeless, a group run by the Ashling Irish Community Center in Yonkers.
We have people sponsoring every foot of our parade. Our parade only has 47 feet. It's $25 to sponsor a foot, but people who don't want to sponsor a whole $25 can buy a tow for $5.
People from all walks of life came out to celebrate St. Patrick's Day and to do their part in feeding the homeless.
I think it's amazing. I think it's just such a novel idea.
I was a part of it last year, and this was the second year, and what made it special this year was that they were donating proceeds to charity.
I am from Montego Bay, Jamaica, but with the Irish background, it's great to be here.
I'm so happy to be here. I think it's such a rich culture. The music, the Irish writers, I mean, what a history.
The owner of the pub, Tony Caffrey, and the executive director of the Ashling Center both received a proclamation from the city for their outstanding achievement.
To be a part of something that's really good is speechless.
We're absolutely delighted because it validates the work that we do and the work that the volunteers do at the centre.
Hundreds of people from different cultural backgrounds became Irish for a day and supported the Irish Against Hunger fundraiser. For BronxNet, this is Isa Marie Rivera.
All right, well, today's parade is in full swing, and guess what? Local 1 is bringing it. I think they have their own parade within the parade.
Oh, it's a proud day for all of us. Today, all of New York is Irish, and there's nothing better to spend the day with families marching in the Bronx.
You know, unions are so important to the fabric of the Bronx and the city. Tell me about Local 1.
Well, Local 1 is the home local of George Meany, a union plumber from the Bronx that rose to become the first president of the AFL-CIO. Local 1 is the largest plumbers local of its kind in the United States and Canada. And again, we're proud, we keep pushing forward, and we're protecting our family's health.
How do you get all these guys out for a parade?
They are part of the union movement. They understand the excitement, the importance of being here and being seen.
All right, very good. Well, I'll let you and Local 1 get back to the parade.
Thank you.
All right, well, we got a little break in the parade, and it's always a pleasure and honor to be with the great Jim McQuaid. He's such a big part of this parade's success each and every year, and a big part of this community's success. You're always here for everybody here. Tell me your thoughts today, being out here today.
It's one of the greatest days going. Sun is shining, beautiful community, beautiful people such as yourselves. It's one time of the year that I just love to come out. As you can see from my hat, it's worn from 16 years when we started this parade. I was honored to be the first Grand Marshal. It's phenomenal every year. It's just one day of happiness and joy of this community, the community in the Bronx, getting together and showing fellowship and concern for each other.
Jim, I'm a little bummed. I think I missed out on the gold coins. Is there any left?
There's still a wee bit left. But my leg's been acting up and I couldn't be walking, so I took rides. But wait a second, I'll be back with a gold coin.
All right. Well, let's get back to the Throggs Neck St. Patrick's Day Parade right here on BronxNet. All right, my very special guest now is Mother Alice McGowan, one of our Grand Marshals here today. Mother Alice, tell me your thoughts being honored this way here in the beautiful Bronx.
Oh, I am just honored completely that, I was chosen for this great occasion. The wonderful spirit of Throggs Neck really comes through with everybody joining together and, a wonderful spirit here. I was born in the South Bronx, so I have the spirit within me.
You know, you are quite literally doing God's work. And sometimes it's a compliment, but that is your job. Tell me your thoughts when you see this many people coming out on such a day like today and the smiles and the pride that accompanies it.
Well, I think it is a great honor to our Catholic faith, to the Irish community. I mean, Mass at St. Benedict's this morning was, overcrowded, and just to see, as I say, the spirit of the people and the camaraderie amongst everyone. It's just a blessing on us all.
Well, it's great to see your smiles. I'm sure you were the big reason why that church was packed today. And have a wonderful day today. A much deserved honor.
Thank you. God bless. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Great turnout by the bravest. And here's a happy
Firefighter Association. Welcome, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Cub Scout Pack 24 from Riverdale Presbyterian Church.
Hey, look at the smiles. I love it. Have a great day.
We have Girl Scouts, Troops 1089 and 1091. Welcome.
Girls, Chris would be interesting getting Girl Scout cookies anytime, really. All right.
We also have coming up St. Teresa's School from Pelham Bay.
St. Teresa's. There we go, the smiles, the red hair. Can I hop right in that?
Well, I'm very sad to say it, but it looks like we've come to the end of another great Throggs Neck St. Patrick's Day Parade right here on BronxNet. Many thanks to the parade organizers, the NYPD, my great cameraman John Moran, and of course, you for watching. Now, if there's anything you ever want to see on BronxNet, just log on to www.bronxnet.org. I'm Derek Woods. See you next time on Bronx Magazine.